Hey, fight fans, welcome back to Carlo Prusa MMA. Today, we have a reoccurring guest of the show. You might have seen this gentleman in the UFC, the PFL, overseas in Russia and Serbia, in the XFC, in Game Bred Bare Knuckle. He is the Spartan. He's everyone's favorite security man. He is Mr. Alex Nicholson. Alex,
Oh, it's always good to be back. And if you haven't seen me there, you see me now. So let's go.
There you go, man. So exciting news a couple weeks ago. Found out returning to action. This time putting the gloves back on, going again for XFC. This time headed all the way to Iowa, taking on Darion Abbey. Overall, were you excited for the opportunity to step back in there?
I am very excited to do what I love. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. And it's exciting. It's an exciting one. I haven't had somebody running their mouth in a while, so I'm ready to shut his little punk ass up.
You know, absolutely. The last time we saw you was in action, Mississippi, Game Bred. Didn't go the way you wanted. But what were some of the takeaways that are making us stronger from that past performance?
It's just part of the game, bro. You know, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. We've all heard it before. And in this sport, it's just different. You know, injuries come into play that, fighters fight no matter what, Needless to say, I'm very healthy. And I got poked, and it's my turn to do the poking again, man. I'm a little bit smarter about my approach. That's something I took away. You know, you can't just go out there balls to the wall. You got to fight a good, smart, technical fight. And I know I'm one of the best in the world, and I'm very excited to go prove it.
You know, we've talked about a lot on this show, how you've grown and you've evolved as a person over the years. And one of the reasons we've agreed is the mental side of things. So you're a very mentally strong person. You know, having that better mental sense, does that make it easier to overcome defeat at this point in the career?
It is, man. I have clarity. I don't have confusion. I've learned how to control my thoughts, which lead to controlling my behaviors, which lead to positive actions and positive outcomes. I don't I don't just go off of Alex's ideas. You know, I have mentors in place, people I speak with, and I go back to the greatest instruction manual of all time is the Bible. I'm very religious and spiritual, and I guess I should say spiritual, not religious. I'm very, in touch and in tune mentally, physically, spiritually, and that's helped me evolve. And I think it's really going to show Friday night in Iowa.
You know, obviously through the past couple of years, you've been doing a lot of the bare knuckle stuff and throwing the gloves back on. And we've been seeing great performances from you in your gloved MMA career. Great things in XFC on a 2-fight win streak for them. What is that transition process like? You know, obviously when you're training bare knuckle, it's all accuracy. You put that gloves back on, you can let them go a little harder. Do you feel that's a very positive transition?
It is nice to have a little bit of protection on the knuckles. You're able to follow through a little bit more. And I conditioned my hands for bare knuckles, so now when they're wrapped up, it's literally just it's a problem. It's a problem, man. But whether it's kickboxing, boxing, MMA, you're in danger. And I've done all of it all over the world. So I think that helps me stay calm under pressure, gives me a heightened sense of focus as opposed to fear. And I think the nervous energy for a lot of guys translates to problems. And it's not going to be a problem for me.
You know, you've been on this combat sports journey for such a long time. I mean, you have fought in some of the biggest shows on the planet. I mean, really guys who step in don't accomplish 20% of what you have in your career. Looking back at it now, what's the goal in this stage of your game? You know, you've done it all. For you, what is the purpose of mixed martial arts at this point?
I love mixed martial arts for myself, like mind, body, and spirit, just kind of what we just talked about, the test of it. But now it's to make as much money as possible for my son with my gift and to share it with the people in the world. I've said it a few times. I think it was Pablo Picasso. First part of your life is finding your gift, and the next part of your life is giving that gift away. And that really has stuck with me. So I want to, share my knowledge and teach and give people this confidence that I have in everyday life that everything's gonna be okay. Um, I just I feel pretty unstoppable, man. So it's gonna be his job to try to stop me, and I don't think that he's got the tools to do that. But that's what's exciting. So we're gonna find out. So make this money, feed my child, and then keep enjoying every day. Earn the day every day and enjoy it, which is easier said than done. But we're alive, so we're chosen to be here, and we all got to accept that and live that to the fullest of our abilities.
One thing I've noticed with you, obviously, we're really good friends. You get your shirt off your back for anybody. You're a very nice, very good person. But, when it comes to competition, there's a flip that switches. You view that opponent as someone who's preventing you from feeding Odin, taking money off of your table. The gamer side of you really comes up. At what point do you really start feeling that switch in your head start going?
Once I'm walking to that ring, as I get closer, the confidence grows. Then once I'm in there, I'm unstoppable. You have to turn my lights off. And most guys they don't realize it, but they fight until it gets hard and they quit. I'm ready to die in there, man, because I don't want to go work a normal job. I love this. I don't want somebody to take this away from me. I've worked so hard, come so far, so it's personal. But at the same time, I use that like a beam of focused motherfucking energy right on their heart, their soul, and I take it from them because they're not going to take it from me. And, it's that time, bro. It's fight week. I feel it. And I just know that most people aren't able to compartmentalize it and use it and to control themselves. So I'm here to teach this young guy a lesson. And he's not even that much younger than me. That's what's funny. He called me OG. It's a lot of silly things. Words in battle are like poison in a cup. So I'm good.
When you first started getting into this years and years ago, training on tarps with Mike Perry and your dad, the sport wasn't as culturally accepted as what it is today. Some people were calling it the Wild Wild West. Human cockfighting was a word that was used. And now, obviously, the sport has blown up. You have all these big promotions, all these big paydays. Now it's very entertainment and personality driven. A lot of guys like to kind of run the mouth a little bit. You can talk to, you've proven it. You have a good personality on yourself too. But at the end of the day, for you, it's always letting the hands do the work. How do you feel that personality entertainment is impacting combat sports?
Mixed martial arts has come such a long way. And I enjoyed the personalities in the start of it because they were genuine. And then I think it became kind of a facade. And the guys at the highest level, they are what they say they are. So it can be dangerous for people up and coming. Um, get caught up with the wrong one. But this whole ego thing, I think it really needs to end. But that's in every industry. That's my opinion. I can talk the talk with the best of them. I can talk that shit and it's hilarious. But I know I got young eyes on me and I need to be more of a leader. Great power comes great responsibility. When you're given a platform, you got to use it and be genuine with who you are. And the sport's gone crazy. The world's gone crazy. I mean, but right is right, wrong is good and evil, man. And I try to stay on the side of good, man. So, I'll talk my shit. I'll do my thing. But if a motherfucker gets out of line, he's going to have to get put back in it.
One of the big byproducts of this whole entertainment personality driven era of mixed martial arts is a term called the casual fan. So these people usually find them at B-dubs and bars. They're drunk a lot of times. They like to yell twist them and you know what. They have all these crazy takes. Overall, what do you make of these people?
It ain't shit. They pay my bills. God bless those people. They're a little silly, but a lot of people are. I mean, it's like, good. Watch NFL football. He's telling Tom Brady what to do because he was a Pop Warner champion. God bless that man. Keep buying tickets. Keep feeding my family. Thank you.
The sport has grown and evolved so much, but I still feel like a lot of people don't really understand what mixed martial arts go through. Obviously, there's a lot of sacrifices. You have to pay to train. You have missed so many holidays, birthdays, times with your family over the years, those 9 to 5 jobs, supporting a child, being in relationships. And, obviously part of the battle is to go out there and perform as well. But what people don't realize, fighters are fighting for their freedom. They're fighting for their financial freedom. They're fighting to avoid a 9 to 5 clock in, clock out. They're fighting to avoid complacency. They're fighting to try to live life on their own terms. Is that something that you feel like has been a big part of your career and your journey?
It's what excites me. I don't want to go back to work. If this casual, normal fan fighter boy beats me, I have to go work. A normal job. I'm a man of many hats. I got, my security hat, my coaching hat, but I get to put on my fucking warrior helmet and go fight. And he's not going to take that from me. I'm not going back to work. Like, I get to fight, and if I win, I don't have to work like that. I can keep fighting and provide for my son and show him that you could do what you want to do with your life and go for it, man. Any man could change his stars. You just got to be willing to climb up there and fucking shoot for him.
I really feel like to be a mixed martial artist, do this, you have to have that support circle around you. And, you're fortunate enough, you have really good people around you. Obviously your girlfriend, Sam, you got your dad, Mark, you got Craig Duncan, you got Mike Perry, obviously, Mike Milmerstadt with your friends, always plays a very big role in your heart and gives you a lot of motivation to go out there. How important is it for you to keep that, nice, tight knit circle?
It's everything, man. Your family are the people that you have faith in. Your faith is like a muscle. You got to strengthen that. You got to stay tight. You show me your friends and your family, and I'll show you your life. My grandmother used to say that. It's all about who you call when the seconds turn into hours and the weight's on you and you feel like everything's over. Because those people remind you that you're being a little bitch and you're alive and God chose you to be here. So smile and enjoy the day. Milmerstadt, it still breaks my heart. It's been 2 years. It's kind of crazy. Mike Perry's promotion, Dirty Boxing in Miami, all the things on my time hop and the Facebook memories. It kind of made me in a weird, dark place. I had to visit my uncle. My uncle, Richie, God bless him. Keep fighting. He's going to be good, man. Found out he had some health issues. Recently was in the hospital, but he was on the same floor. So to relive that moment and go back there was tough, but I was also able to find some gratitude from it. But all these people, all these places, all these things, they matter so much. Every day, that's why you got to be present, stay focused, and tell your friends you love them. Because, we could go slip in the shower, get in the car, and crash, bro. So got to live every day and enjoy it.
Another person that obviously means a lot to you that I didn't mention is your son, Odin. He got to travel with you. He got to go to the last bare knuckle fight, and tough experience for everyone there. One thing being close to you, being able to see it, following the contest, you were in the back, eyes swollen, he's crying, and you look straight up and you tell him, I chose to do this. This is me showing to you, you can live your dreams and do what you want in life. For you, do you think that was a big lesson for him at that time?
I think it was, man, that, you can't be a bitch. If a man could teach another man another thing, it's you got balls between your legs. Be a man. Yeah, I went and got stitched up. He went to the yacht. Luckily, my sponsor gave me a yacht. I thought he was gonna, be traumatized, and it fucked me up a little. But he just said, "Dad, I'm just upset I didn't get to go give my victory speech." And it's kind of like one of your bros roasting your ass, like, "Oh shit." So I hugged him, and he told me if I lose again, I got to go work at McDonald's. So I'm not gonna do that. But it's more on us than it is them. It's expectations. Obviously, a normal 7-year-old shouldn't be around that kind of violence, but he's not a normal 7-year-old. That's my son, and I'm a fucking, I'm a war general in my sport. I got a fucking Purple Heart for war, and I never left my city. I have more knockouts than most people have fights. And it's not egotistical now. It's just all come full circle. So here I am. Try to fucking stop me. I'm I'm here, man, and it's for everybody that I love, my friends, my family, myself, and God. It's just life is good, bro.
Do you ever find yourself, thinking those early days when you, your dad, Mike Perry were on those tarps in Apopka, and since then you have a beautiful family now. You fought on every single major MMA organization in the world. You've made a name for yourself. You created this popularity. Do you ever look back and reflect?
Every day, every day, bro. I mean, I didn't for the longest time, but now I think about everything, and it drives me crazy sometimes. But it's what we should all do. If you can't face it all, the good, the bad, then you're not living. It's crazy to think that we used to, just beat the shit out of each other in the grass, and people would come over and laugh at us, and they would try, but we fucked them up, and they realized that we weren't fucking around. So, you know, it's it's a beautiful thing. Seeing his show last night in Miami, commentating. John Jones is part owner now. It's just like, what universe are we in where that's a reality? I was sitting there talking to Phil, and Julian actually was there, and I talked to them both for a little bit, and it's just we reminisced, and it's crazy, but it's a blessing. Imagine if we were just some douchebags training on the tarp, and we never did anything but start smoking crack and fucking die. Seen a lot of guys take that route. Um, God bless them. It's just fucking rising to the occasion. And we've made mistakes, but we've handled them. And Mike's a really smart businessman now, not just a fighter. So it's a blessing. We've come so far. Came a long way.
Over the past 5 or 6 months, if you follow you and Darion Abbey on social media, you might have seen some banter back and forth, some comments being exchanged. Did you feel like eventually this fight was going to happen?
Well, that's just how I am. Like, I would have met up with him down the fucking street if he kept saying he wanted to fight me. Like, sure, I'm here. And he's going to get what he asked for. It's more about the money for me. I know I'm getting paid more than him, and I deserve it. So I'm going to show up. I'm going to kick his ass, teach him a lesson, and cash my check. But he asked for it, and he's going to receive it. That's an ego thing. I made that mistake in my career, bit off more than I could chew. But he's about to choke to death. Hopefully they resuscitate him.
Now, overall, this is a guy he's fought on some big shows for. He's fought on the Game Bread. He's fought former UFC guys. He's headlined XFCs, making a name for himself in his own right. What do you think of him as an opponent?
I think anybody who watches this can go watch all my fights, go watch all his fights, and then make a choice for themselves. I like that he wants to challenge himself. I like that he knows that it's going to be scary, and he's going to try to smile through the fear, as Muhammad Ali used to say. But I know how to flip that switch. He's not going to go in that cage with a nice guy. That last fight, like we just spoke about, it's brought this anger out of me. I'm not going to get fucking hurt. I'm going to make this money, and I'm going to do it in a smart. I'm going to control the chaos. I'm going to fucking finish him. He's going to try to take me down. Can't strike with me. Like we just talked about. Go watch the tape. What the fuck's he going to do? Like, I don't know what he thinks he can do, but he's not going to lay on me. Watch my fight with Walter Walker. I got him off me. You think you can grapple like that guy? The fuck out of here, bro. And I don't like gossiping, so I'm just going to show you guys. Fuck this kid. I'm going to beat his ass. And that's that. I'll shake his hand after, wish him the best, but no love lost, no love found, bro.
Mike Perry was talking about a little bit last night when Yuli Diaz called him out, and he was like, for fighters being called out, that's a sign of respect. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, no, he wants to challenge himself, and I don't carry hate in my heart, so it's not like that. I get what he did, I see why, but I'm not like these other motherfuckers, and I'm gonna show them that, like, I'm not your typical dude. Don't come poking at me, bro. This is my life. This is my lane. You better stay out of it. And I'm gonna show them that.
So we're going to Iowa. Overall, what do you know about Iowa? The only thing I know about corn maze, and aliens. What do we have to expect up there?
It's another foreign land to me. I'm going to fight an Iowan in Iowa. It's a new land. I was gonna make the joke and say a new country, but I didn't want to sound that stupid because I know how people will play it. My Jessica Simpson mode. Iowa, man. I know they drink a lot of alcohol and it's cold. That's what the guy I worked with at UFC gym a couple years ago told me. So we just drink a lot in the winter and it's cold. So I don't know.
This is an interesting one because you get to go into enemy territory. Obviously, Darion Abbey is from Iowa. Being able to play kind of that role of spoiler, that villain, does that excite you?
I mean, I do well. Historically in enemy territory. I fought in the Dominican Republic. They were banging on the bus with machetes. I fought in Moscow, Russia, Serbia, Iowa. Just, I'm going to fuck this kid up in front of his friends and family. He's going to regret ever saying my name. I'm going to hop on that plane, cash my check. Maybe he'll come train for me.
You're the type of guy now, you get obviously a lot of attention on social media, and, over the time of your career, you've had guys reach out to you just for advice, young fighters, guys who have, been through a lot in their personal life, looking at you as kind of a role model and wanting advice to try to help them. What is that like when you're able to, be able to help people and, have people who want your advice?
That truly is the best part of it all. It's that platform to help inspire. I think it's used in an evil way by most. They just try to make profit. But it's a blessing when people reach out to me and I'm able to help change their mind and change the way that they do things, get a new routine. Knowledge is power. Different ideas, different people. The internet could be such a great thing. And it has been at times. I've had guys tell me they stopped drinking, they quit doing drugs. I've had guys tell me, they snorted a whole bunch last night and they feel like they want to kill themselves. And I'm able to use my knowledge and be like, well, your dopamine's gone, your serotonin's gone. Of course. You're not like that. You just feel that way. And they say, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't think that way. And I'm like, well, drink some water, go get in the sun and quit doing drugs. You're gonna feel better. And then eventually and then it's like other ways. I've had kids, they want to learn to defend themselves. I'm able to give them that confidence. They reach out, come train. Online clients, I've had people lose weight. And there's no better feeling than knowing that you're using your gift for good. You got your gift, you're giving it away. Like I said, Pablo Picasso, give it away. And that I have a job doing that for the rest of my life, no matter what. Self-defense, teaching, coaching. That's always there. And I really, in my stoicism and theology, and I think I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I wouldn't say I'm Muhammad, Spartan, Gandhi quite yet, but I'm just kidding. But I want to be. That's why I try to not tell people not to fuck off at the fights, babe. Mr. Nice Guy. I did tell a few people to fuck off, but they needed to fuck off. You know what I mean? It's hard out here for a pimp. Just trying to pay this money for the rent.
Now, overall,
it comes around, bro. It comes back around.
There you go. We talked about it, but obviously a lot of ups and downs in your journey, and really, in a stage in 2025 where you can really look back at it a very positive manner, and especially the person that you've become. Based on your journey, what do you want Odin to take from this?
That he can take whatever from me and whatever he learns and do whatever he wants. I don't want him to go fight people. I hope he doesn't. I hope he goes and plays baseball or tennis or something. Or maybe, science. Use his brain. But I hope he just sees that his dad works hard, and his dad loves him, and he loves people to the best of his ability, and that he could just do anything he really wants to, because that's life. We get caught up, I have to do this. You don't have to do anything. You can go live by the fucking ocean, drink water, and people will probably give you money for food. I've seen it happen. But we don't want to do that, I just want him to live life, and I hope I show him how to live life and not just let life happen. I hope that's what I show everybody, bro. I hope I can teach and inspire. And I'm realizing that the way to do that is not having all this putting all this pressure on yourself. That was the hardest part of this change in my life, is like, I wanted people to be like, wow, yeah, you're right. It's that old saying, you could take a horse to water, you can't make him drink. You show him the way. But I really stopped repeating it and started just, hey, I'm going to church. I'm going to Bible study. I'm going to serve. Oh, why you do that? Oh, well, I read my Bible because it brings me joy and peace. And I hope you could pick yours up and read it too and get something. And I'm working on all that. But that's what I want. I want to show Odin that God is love, and that without love, there's no God. And never forget it, and you'll be happy. That's what I want to show him, bro. And I get so deep because it's how I feel. And most people lately have been checking right out in conversations with me because they're like, "Oh shit, he brought it there." But life and death every day. You know better than most. Grandma just made a full turn. God bless her. And that's what matters, bro. This fighting shit's cool. It's fun to talk about. But what really matters is what we could do with it all. We have community, This kid talking shit, yeah, fuck him. Fuck you, Darion Abbey, I'm gonna beat your ass. But do I hate him? No. Do I want something bad to happen to him? No. Friday night I do, but he'll be all right. It's what we do, bro. But it's what can we do to inspire and help and teach and bring peace and joy. That's why I get so annoyed with the internet. I'm like, why are you spreading hate and negative, weird, dumb shit and lies? It comes down to that every day for me now, and that's a blessing to think that way. A lot of people would freak out, but they don't have the proper tools to control it. Like, we're all gonna die one day. That's the only thing that we know. And it's you're like, oh shit, yeah. So enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. I want Odin to know God is love. And when there's no love, there's no God. So find love.
There you go. All right, Alex. Last question for you, my friend. In a perfect world, what is the outcome Friday night when you meet Mr. Darion Abbey in Iowa for XFC 52?
I'm gonna knock that motherfucking mouthpiece into my corner, and either my daddy, my coach, or my girl are gonna catch it. And he'll be like, "Oh, here's your mouthpiece, dog." After he wakes up, send that shit into the stands in Iowa. It's him against me, and he made a mistake. I just get to go prove it. So it's gonna be good.
Awesome, man. Well, Alex, man, thank you so much for your time as always. Very excited to see this contest, and I think it's gonna be one heck of a fight.
Thanks for your time. We gotta let the people know what's going down.
Absolutely. Well, that's it for us today. I'm Carl Prusa. He is the Spartan. He is Mr. Alex Nicholson. He's making his return to XFC. Watch him. Co-main event, taking on Darion Abbey, XFC 52, Iowa, Friday night. Take it easy, fight fans.
Oh.